Right. Today, January 29, 2026. We're just in the markets at the moment. I've looked at the markets and you can see overnight it's trended very, very well. With this kind of market here, I'm just going to tell you straight up, I'm not really going to be, I don't see a trade that I'm going to take. There are some trades, don't get me wrong. There are some trades, but me personally, I will not be taking them. For example, this here, where is it? This, hold on. This This here, that is a signal for me. And there's an upcoming signal right now. Look, see the signal? This is going to form 61% spent on the candle. That signal there can warrant, look, it can warrant a trade. But me personally, because it's been trending for so long, right? I don't really like taking the risk. Like, there's a few patterns which I look for, and that's it. I've got 4 patterns, and that's all I'm wanting. I don't really want anything else. There are trades like this. This trade here, I'd say it's like a 60-40 trade for me. It's like a B or a C trade even, because the market has been trending, so everyone can see what's happened, and they will jump in the market, and then the price comes down, takes their stops, and then it goes back where it wants to go. So sometimes, don't get me wrong, sometimes it does exactly what you think it's going to do, and it goes forward. The trend's your friend, etc., etc. It works, but sometimes it doesn't. So I prefer to just take a few things that I'm doing and just leave it as that. Now, let's just have a look at the market since we're here. Let's get this ranging rubbish out of the way. Let's check another. Let's check this one here. Yeah. Let's check this one here. Like I said, this is the hourly chart. You can see that there's a massive push, and then just it's been rocketing up. That's what it's been doing. Now, if you look at the daily chart, this is the confusing part here. The daily chart, it's been going down for a minute, and now it's come back up. I just want to get a fresh chart. Let's have a look. Let's get a fresh chart with the daily on it. Right. Yeah, you can see this a bit better now. Now you can see that we've been trending down. This is a downward trend for quite a while. And only recently, this is now, we are in January 2026. It's it's come across this 200-day moving average, which has indicated that it might want to be bullish for this year or for the a few months or whatever, I don't know, but it tried to pass it here. If you can see, that was the first failure, and it went down, and then it reached some sort of area here, and then it's bounced back up and taken all these people here who are anticipating the price just to go back down, taking them all out, and now it's gone back up. I don't know what it's going to do next. It can come right back down, or it can keep going up. There are areas where it could go, and there are geopolitical reasons why it could go up, but I can't tell. We can, if you were to take the long way, do a long trend, just try and go with a new trend, then you could place a stop underneath this one here, that candle there, and just go ahead and do it. Like, if we were going to do this, that's where we would have placed our stop, but we would have came in 2 days ago. We would have came in here, and we would have tried to follow it up. But I'm just showing you the general direction of the actual market at the moment. At the moment, is to me that, I don't know, it could work, it could be a false breakout, I don't know. So this here, see what I mean by this? We could have taken this trade here, right? Once it like I said, once it formed, there's your money there. A 1-to-1 trade right there. That's it. Straight away, 1-to-1. So it's possible to do it like that, but me personally, I don't really like to do trades which are like, it's been trending for a while. So I don't really want to touch it. I don't want to touch it. And that's just the way I do things. And I know it may seem a bit counterproductive not trading when you can see a trade or it's trending, etc., etc. But that's how you stay alive in this business. Because if you if you're not if the moons are not aligned how you want them, yeah, then just don't trade it. Because once it doesn't work, you are very upset and you say, "Oh, I knew I shouldn't have done it. I knew I shouldn't have done it." I don't want to say I knew I shouldn't have done it. So even though this is a trade here, this is my indications are telling me there's a trade there and there's a trade there. These are fine trades. They do work. But me personally, I do not want to trade these trades. I've got 4 trades that I trade and that's it. If they don't turn up, I'm not doing it. And if they turn up, I do it. It's as simple as that. So this would have been a B trade for me. It would have worked, and this would have been a B trade, and we've already got a 1-to-1 on it, and that's what we're after. A 1-to-1, 19 points. Look, it went up to about 19. Look, 20 points. So that would have been it. We would have been out on that trade. But that's about it. So I'm just letting you know that it's just looking at the charts and just staying with the charts, even though you could have taken a trade, is a good thing. Right. Now, here is the, what are we now? 928. Here. Yeah, so we're just going to leave it like that for now. I haven't really got much to say about this market at the moment, except I just wanted to show you that even though the market is trending, you don't have to take trades. You don't have to. You can get FOMO out of it and, oh, I should have taken a trade. I should have taken a trade. Maybe I should have, but I don't really want to do that. That's not what I want to do. I've got my strategies and I like to stick with them, because once you start aberrating from that, that's when you get into trouble. Trading itself is not difficult. It's the keeping to your strategies that are difficult, and not getting angry and using your emotions when you're trading. That's the bit that you have to get right. So we're just gonna just keep it going, and maybe we'll get something going on. If this, like for example, if the market comes down, right, gives me an indication that it wants to go down but doesn't, and then gives me another indication that goes up, then I will take the trade. Let me give you an example. If we look down here, can you see this area here? This area, look how the market wants to go down. It's giving us a dark candle, which as far as our signals are concerned, that means it wants to sell. But because it's above this white line here, we're not going to take a sell, and it remains above the white line. Right, there's another signal to sell, but it doesn't go beyond the white line, which is really textbook excellence. Right, and then it gives us a signal to go up. If you look at that signal here, see this signal here, it gives us a signal to go up with a dark blue candle. Now that would have been a great signal. That setup there is what I like to see. Down, it goes down to its lowest point, and then it gives us a signal, and then we take the signal, and then we can go and just leave it for a bit. But for it to give me a signal straight like that, I just see that as an in-trend signal, and they can go down as quick as they can go up, as you can see from here. The problem with it, right, the problem is, it's not that the signal is incorrect. The problem is sometimes you have to put your stop quite far, and that's what I don't like. That's the only reason that I don't really like trending signals. Let me give you another example of the trending signal. See, these are really bullish at the moment, so it's going to be difficult to show you because it's been really bullish. But there are times when it's not really bullish. It's just sluggishly bullish. And those are the bits, that's why you can't be consistent with it. And because I can't be consistent with trending those signals, I don't trend them. Now, if anyone has any questions or anything, just let me know and then I'll try and answer them. But I'm just trying to find you a signal which is when you're in a bullish trend and it doesn't give you what you want. For example, this one here, this signal here shoots back on you, but I wouldn't even use that. That's not even a good example. I'm just like I said, through my experience, I don't really like to do in-trend signals. I prefer to get a dip and then take the signal, or some sort of pass of a 200-day moving average and then take the signal. That's all I really like to do. So that being said, there's no, as far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to take no trade at the moment. If it changes, I'll let you know. But that's all we got for